The organizers need to better consider where players come from and what their real fan base looks like. Those powerful words came from Martina Navratilova during a live broadcast at the Australian Open in January 2026. This wasn't an offhand comment or a delayed reaction. It was a direct, on-air critique of how a major tournament handled the growing phenomenon of Alex Eala. Navratilova, an 18-time Grand Slam champion and one of the most respected voices in tennis history, wasn't alone. Other analysts echoed the same sentiment, pointing to Eala's resilience, talent, and rapidly expanding global appeal. At that very moment, over 171,000 people were watching Eala's press conference online, nearly 6 times the audience drawn by Carlos Alcaraz during the same event. The numbers told a story the organizers failed to anticipate. Now, attention shifts to Rome and the historic Foro Italico, a venue steeped in over 90 years of tennis tradition. The question is whether it is prepared for what Melbourne was not. Just days earlier, on April 24, 2026, Eala exited the Madrid Open after a tough loss to Elise Mertens.
And it's another opportunity for me to take and learn and grow as a player, and yeah.
Marking her 3rd consecutive clay defeat and dropping her ranking from a career high of 29 to around 44. Despite the setback, she made a defining decision, skipping a lower-tier tournament to focus entirely on Rome. With only 20 points to defend after her early exit in 2025, every win at the Italian Open represents pure gain, free from pressure and expectation. What happened in Melbourne remains a turning point. Tournament officials knew Eala was drawing massive attention before the event even began. They knew the Filipino community, tens of thousands strong, was mobilizing. Yet she was placed on a small court with a capacity of just 1,500. The result was chaos, lines stretching hundreds of yards, fans waiting for hours, and many turned away once the match had already started. The official response, "We'll take it as a learning," revealed how unprepared they were for her impact. It wasn't just a logistical misstep, it was a failure to recognize a rising global force. Prominent voices didn't stay silent. Alongside Navratilova, Lindsay Davenport emphasized that Eala deserved a bigger stage, calling her one of the most significant sporting figures to emerge from the Philippines. Others openly questioned the scheduling decisions, highlighting a clear disconnect between audience demand and tournament planning. These weren't casual opinions, they were statements from legends, now part of the official narrative surrounding Eala's rise. That rise is no longer theoretical. It's visible in the crowds already gathering in Rome before a single match has been played. Filipino fans have traveled across countries, filling spaces around the Foro Italico with flags, energy, and anticipation. This isn't about rankings, it's about belief. It's about a player who has captured the imagination of a global audience, from Manila to Melbourne, from London to Rome. The comparison to past moments in tennis history is inevitable, like when a single breakthrough player unlocked entire markets and transformed the sport's reach. Meanwhile, Rome itself carries its own ambitions. With discussions about elevating the Italian Open status even further, global attention is more valuable than ever. A player like Eala brings exactly that: millions of eyes, passionate fans, and a narrative that transcends the court. Every match she plays here doesn't just impact rankings, it shapes the future visibility of the tournament itself. After Rome comes Roland Garros, followed by the grass season and beyond. Each step adds pressure, but also opportunity. Eala's recent clay struggles are part of that journey. As former US Open finalist Greg Rusedski noted, these losses are part of the learning curve for a player with her level of potential. What matters more is her response, and choosing Rome over easier options says everything about her mindset. Even before the tournament begins, the signs are undeniable. Record-breaking viewership for a press conference, public support from tennis legends, fans traveling across continents, and a growing sense that something significant is unfolding. The Italian Open 2026 isn't just another tournament for Alex Eala, it's a moment of truth for the sport itself. Will tennis finally recognize and accommodate the scale of her influence, or will it repeat the same mistake seen earlier this year? The answer will come in the coming days. Every match, every crowd reaction, Every scheduling decision will reveal whether the sport has learned, or whether it's still catching up to a player whose impact is already undeniable.